Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today on a Sunday for another haul, not just charity shop. I've actually bought some things new. So let's start with my new things, shall we? Because I'm quite excited about them. I've literally just got back from a weekend away visiting my father-in-law. He lives up in Northumberland, and Dasher Dave earlier this week, I mean you're not going to see this for 2 weeks, so like 3 weeks ago, did a little haul video. He'd been to a shop near Harrogate called Art from the Heart, and I thought, oh, we pass Harrogate on the way up to Northumberland. I wonder if I could drop in and have a look, and that's exactly what we did. So it's very exciting when you get your goodies put in a nice brown paper bag, and it's all Tim Holtz. It's all Timmy, so that's very exciting. Oh, and something you'll see later is I went into an antique shop in Alnwick, and whilst I was in there, Ed bought me these nice handmade chocolates. So yeah, so I've got a nice brown paper bag that will get used. It's actually really quite decent. I might make a nice pretty gift bag out of that, because it's a quality one. That's what it is. Anyway, that's going in my bag there. So yes, I'm Timmy, and I have, other than ink pads, I have never seen anything Tim Holtz in a shop. Literally, it's just ink pads. That's very rarely do we see anything else in any of our craft shops. So to walk into a shop and be greeted by everything that Tim Holtz makes, literally. So yeah, I was very restrained, and I just limited myself to these few little bits. So there was like walls and walls of stuff, and there was one big wall with all these hanging from, and it was nice that they were all hanging like separately so you could easily see them, and then they had, this is the big ones, and then they had the set where you can get like three together, and it took me a long time to decide which one I wanted, but I went for this one. I will go there again, don't you worry about that. And I thought this would be nice with some textured paste on a bit of mixed media, so yeah, liked that. And I compared all the prices to the big online shop that we all get everything from, and this was cheaper, and they do online sales. So Art from the Heart, look it up, Google, you'll find it, UK only, and their P&P is not very much, so the amount of money that you're saving will exceed the P&P, if you get what I mean. So I got that. I got one of these pads. I've seen loads of people use these, just like, oh, I need a bit of word on this tag or whatever, and they pull out one of these and they go, yeah, that'll do. And I like them, but I was torn. I nearly bought two. I don't know why I didn't, actually, given the price of them. Jez, you're a bit of an idiot there. So these were all like neutral colours, lots of different colours, and having just bought sort of old paper, antique linen, frayed burlap and stuff, I think these are the similar colours, so that's quite nice. And then there was ones that were white, which of course you could colour, and then there were ones that were black, and I quite like those as well, but I settled for these. I thought I'll get these, see if I get much use out of it, and then I'll get the others. And they had ones that were just single words as well, which I quite like, but I thought, oh, that requires thinking, doesn't it? So yeah, I got some Tim Holtz washi. I don't own any Tim Holtz washi. I never realised how many blooming packs there were in the shop. They were all on the floor, and I kept having to bend down, which was a bit annoying, but yeah, so I went for these. I really liked these choices. Then they're sort of pattern repeats, but I quite like that. A little bit sort of, it kind of goes with his paper. I've got two of his paper pads, and I've used 2 sheets because you just hoard it, don't you? But yeah, so yeah, liked that. So that one I liked. I like this. It got a little bit of like a diary bit of ledger, bit of nice pattern paper, and so that was cool. A Literally. I wish they kind of had a display where they'd put a swatch of each of these on, because that would have been easier to see, because I didn't really know what I was getting until I opened them up in the car. I couldn't wait till we arrived at our destination. I opened it up in the car. So yeah, so they liked my choice. It was very hard. A couple of them had like a glittery tape, and I'm like, really? No, I'm not going to use that. Like this one a lot. I like the pen nibs. They're cool. Very cool. So I will, in the not too distant future, be doing a video. I've got some ideas. Got some ideas for them. And then these two are nice patterns like that. And I thought straight away I can incorporate these in my royal journal. I sincerely hope that when this video goes live, my royal journal's finished. Journals. Multiple. So what else we got? Yeah, and that one's just a bluey one. So that was the washi tape. And so what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 washi tapes for £5. That's less than £1 each. So that, absolute bargain. I did find this. Oh, I can't get it in. That's because that's the bottom. What a burk. Yeah, so yeah, very happy with that little collection of washi. I will have some fun with that. I'm likely to have some fun with that immediately. Stop videoing. What else did I get? Oh, I got some Tim Holtz binder clips. Now, I usually buy my binder clips from like the pound shop. So we can get like the silver ones. They're the same size, and you can get these from like the pound shop. They don't cost that much, but I need to then dye them with alcohol inks and whatever to make them look old. So I thought, oh, let's just have a little punt on him, on Timmy, and see. So yeah, quite like them. My thought was, I never do dangles, and I thought these would be quite nice. And I could do the dangle from that, and then it's removable. That was just one thought I had. I might use them for something else. I'm doing a postal journal at the moment as well, and so they might be quite. Anyway, I just thought, treat yourself. Have some Tim Holtz binder clips, Jez. Library clips. What are they called? What does he call them? He just calls them hinge clips. The bulldog clips, binder clips. That's not going to go back in now, is it? No, Jez. But do you know what? I don't want it to go back in there. I bought myself a spice rack. Somebody was selling it on Facebook, and they were for keeping stuff like this in. So there we go. I'll put a picture on my Insta of this in motion. It's 2 layers. It rotates, and there's 8 of these little glass jars on each one. I absolutely love it, because if I don't see what I've got, I won't use it. So there we go. I'm going to be able to see the lovely Tim Holtz binder clips. There we go. I've already put something away. That's fabulous. And so now that's going in my, I can use that packaging. And these, I'll probably cut out these squares, so I've got little square bits of acetate before I actually throw that away. Throw the rest of it away. And then finally, of my Tim Holtz little stash, is I got these 4 little archival inks. I've sort of fancied these for a while. I thought they were quite expensive. They were £11.99, so that's like £3 each, which isn't bad, and that's a lot cheaper than I've seen them on other online sellers. And what I liked about these is I'm going to be doing a little bit of mixed media, so I wanted archival ink that's waterproof, so that I can do all sorts of, you know, squirting of water and things, and that the stamping will stay in place. And I mean, I've got stays on, and I've got it in black, and I've got it in a brown, but it's a different brown. And And I might even have an archival grey somewhere, not really sure, but I haven't got one that colour. And it's handy to have little ones, and yeah, I fancied having ones that were the same colour as the sprays I'd be using and the distress inks that I'll be using. So that was my excuse for doubling up on products that I might already have for other brands, but who needs an excuse? Right, so that is me Timmy, and thank you Dave of Dash of Dave for the heads up on that one, and Brian Silver Fox giving me some really good directions. I mean, I'd got the address, but it was letting me know a little bit more sort of the directions, which helped Ed agree to come off the A1M, because he knew he wasn't going all the way into Harrogate, because having been there for work in the past, he went, it's a nightmare. So anyway, so now we're up to charity shop. So look at these. So these are, as you can see, 50p each. So these are in the cancer research shop, and they had like a 50p bin. And when I went to the tin, he went, oh, they were from the charity box, weren't they? And I thought the whole shop's a charity shop. But anyway, so yeah, so I paid 50p each for these. These are the Indian wood prints. And I watched a video, so I looked them up and I watched a video on them. And these are normally like £9 each or more. So you use these with like paint. You apply them with a sponge. They said it won't particularly work well on ink, although I'll give it a go. So I thought these would be cool. I mean, I'm not quite sure what I'll use them for, but I'm sure I'll have a go. And I also thought about them being just nice looking in my craft room if I never use them. They're just a nice ornament, and for 50p that was worth it. Oh, on the way up we stopped off at Wetherby for lunch, and we went into, they had a second-hand bookshop, and this was on. I have actually, whilst I was away, I did pull a sheet out. And what's great about, so there's Australian wildflowers, and I'm sure one of the Australian crafters that I follow was showing this, and I thought, what a fabulous book. I've got one that's like British alpines, I think, or alpines, because if they're alpine, well, yeah, anyway. Yeah, and it, you know, so it's sort of similar. So what's nice is that each page, you've got writing on the back, and you've got the flowers, so you don't have to do any choosing, which is just fabulous that you've got. I just think they're amazing. So yeah, got some ideas. I did rip a page out and add a little play of making something. But yeah, there's like, so let's have a little look. See, there are 200. They've got these nice bits as well, which I thought were interesting. So we've got 211 pages, but we don't start from. So it's about 100, isn't it? Yeah, because it's like front and back, so it's about 100 of these images, which is just fabulous. And I do like. I love that. I do like the like blueprints at the beginning. I like them a lot. And what I thought was they're quite nice. They might help me with my doodling. I looked at that and I thought, oh yeah, I could doodle that quite easily. So yeah, liked them. Worth it for 50p. 50p. What else did I get? Oh, this was another one in the Stand Up to Cancer. What I liked about this is it's lined on the inside with plastic, so it's obviously it's a toiletry bag. So I thought, oh, that'll be good for me going away on retreats, and I'm going on a retreat in less than 2 weeks. Yay! Can't wait. Yeah, so I can put like daubers and blending brushes and that in there, and it doesn't matter because it's plastic. That was my thoughts on that one, and it's quite pretty. So got that one. This was a paper bag that I purchased, which I'm going to show you later, came in, so I kept that. What do we got here? So a plant journal, the Fragrant Garden. nearly said planet, even though I read garden. And what I liked, somebody has actually written a few little things in it, which I think is quite cool. But we got all these lovely, they haven't written on every page, but we got all these lovely pictures, which I thought, yeah, I can use that. I mean, some of them, like this one, that could be like a journal page like that. And then you've got writing space on one side. And like that's just a little spade and not very much. So these would be great, folded in half, just popped in a journal as a page. That one, you're going to lose half your painting. I mean, you are on that one, but actually I think that looks all right, that woman there. And on the other side, a few bushes, that's okay. And that, so yeah, this had to be bought. And this is nice as well, the fly sheets. So yeah, I thought I can use that, no problemo. That's very good. And then this, I was so excited. So I saw the cover, so it had me at the cover, and obviously it's a modern book, and it looked pretty good and new. The cover is lovely if you're into toadstools. I know Tracy Fox is, and she's into bugs. There are quite a lot of bugs in here, I will warn you of that now, but it's a planner. So all the illustrations is from a photograph I've taken. Everything is written in, and it's just photographs of an actual sort of real journal. It was printed in 2020, so I say it's not new. But look, will you just have a look at these pages? How fantastic is that? Beautiful writing. I would love writing like that. Love it. And I know the date is, I mean, so this is from 2018, but this could be the Edith Holden of the future. In 100 years time, if people are still doing junk journals, this might be as sought after as Edith Holden. But yeah, then there's bugs, but on the other side of each bug one there's something like this, so I can, you know, probably do something with that. I do have a huge problem with bugs, and every time I turn over I have to sort of check, you know, oh, and I'm turning away so I don't actually see that bug. But yeah, so there's a lot of bugs, but there's a lot of lovely things as well. If you're into bugs, oh great. But if you're like me and you don't want to see them, so I'm going to have to take the book apart and just make sure I put post-its or something over the bugs, or get somebody I know who's not disliking bugs like as much as me, can sort it out. But you know, there's plenty that have no bugs. I don't like toads or frogs either, to be fair. So yeah, what a lovely book, Toadstools. So yeah, I thought this was a fabulous book. And then you get there, and then you've got all these plain pages, which are fab. So yeah, very happy with this purchase. Very, very happy. Oh, getting a crafter lunch over here. Why did you put the book there, Jez? You idiot. So I've got all my Royal Journal stuff to the right of me, because I've just taken a little break. Then I got this. This again was in the 50p pile. It's Embroidery Patterns. So you've got a book here of illustrations, and I thought some of these were really cool and that would be lovely in a journal. I thought, I don't know that I would use ships, but you know, nice little lovely patterns. Love that. So I thought, yeah, it teaches me how to stitch, and you all know how much I love that. Not. And then in this little pouch here, we've got all these all these patterns, which are pretty. Very, very, that's upside down. It's like a peacock of some sort. So I thought these were lovely. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I thought they were lovely. I do use pattern paper, so these are quite big patterns. So yeah, there's lots of them. There was a little card in here, little invitation with little bits and bobs on it. I thought, oh, I could utilise that. Little receipt thing, I can use that. And then there was a couple of these big patterns. So yeah, I thought that's worth 50p in anyone's money. I can have that and make use of that. I could not pass it up. So quite happy with that. So yeah. Are you going to get in? You're not going to get in. Yeah, I'll do that later. Oh, and I got this. Now, I've already got one of these on my shelf, but I bought another one because it was there, and why would you pass it up? So this is a bit Edith Holden-esque. It's not got beautiful script, but it has got beautiful drawings, and it's got lovely script on the drawing pages. So the pages themselves are bigger, more bugs, than Edith. It's got this lovely pale yellow. I love that. So I now don't have to choose between pages when they've got actually they haven't got anything on both sides. That one has stuff on both sides. So now I've got a second book, I can rip it apart. I have no problem whatsoever with ripping things apart. Not now. I love that. That's just so beautiful. That lovely tag. Why just put that, or a lovely page, because that can be that way on. What's on to the side? Oh, and then it's got that on the other side. So that's boring. I'd choose the other one over that one any day of the week. So yeah, this is a nice book to look out for as a substitute for Edith Holden. So Janet Marsh's Nature Diary. So this, when was this published, Jess? I don't know. Should I have a look? New York, 1979. That's when this was published. So around the same time as Edith Holden. She was published, I think, first in 1979 as well. There you go. So that's that one. And then my final thing, which I was beyond excited by. So in Alnwick, they've got a little antique shop. They've got two. We only went in one. We were limited ourselves with time. And so I just went in the one and I got this. I got this. Now Ed went off, as I said, to the chocolate shop and got me some chocolates, and then he caught up with me and he came in and I said, oh, I'm glad you've come in because I need you to sort of say, yes, Jez, get it. It's amazing. It's lovely. So this was on the shelf. And it is a stamp holder, and it had 3 stamps hanging from it. 3 of the stamps. I wished it was full. It would have been a lot more expensive if it's full. I paid £30 for it, and I have looked at, you can buy them from Ranger for holding your thingies, and it holds me daubers as well. So I was quite happy, and I've got little daubers, which, yeah, I can put them at the top upside down, put them through there. Yeah, it might struggle a tad with the little ones, but it holds the big ones quite well. But I think we might do the little ones, as I say, uppy sidey down. But it's very hard when you're straight on. But look at it. How cool is that? And it goes round. And I think the Ranger one is about 20 quid just for one layer. So yeah, I thought, I'm paying 30 quid for this. It's old and it's got some original old stamps on it, and I've stamped them and they do stamp. So what we've got on here is M&R Fleming. This has got numbers. It's got a VAT number. You can see it there on the side. VAT number, and then lots of numbers. And I've stamped that without the VAT bit. So I've just got a number. I just love it. And then this one is the address. So it's Linton Farm in Kelso, which is in the Scottish borders. And yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So this was my exciting, and that's where I got the paper bag from. She wrapped the stamps up separately. But yeah, so yeah, a bit more expensive this, but I couldn't pass it up. No way could I pass it up. So yeah, that was what I was very excited about. That was the find of the day, I think. So that's my little haul for this week. So yeah, so you'll see this in about 2 weeks' time. You'll be into March when we see this, but it's still very much still February. And yeah, so I'm going to get on now with some royal stuff. Okay, thanks for joining me. See you all again soon.